everyone, and welcome back to Silent Hill F. This is episode 10. Last time we started New Game Plus, another adventure. As we've been able to witness new scenes, new dialogue, and just overall more of a insight into the early game of Silent Hill F than we had the first go around, which is very, very cool. We are following Shu and going to Rinko's house. And then we will see. We will just have to see what the game is going to add for us. I think, like, genuinely, my most anticipated is maybe seeing something about the stairs, you know? Maybe getting the truth to see if something actually did happen in regards to being pushed. That's like a genuine want for a New Game Plus moment for me. So we shall see. Let me get some stamina back. Ugh. Have a bit of a baseball bat moment. Name: Suzutani Mayumi. Last seen wearing white blouse, long navy skirt, beige neckerchief with black polka dots. Details of disappearance: the rest has been torn off. Huh. Suzutani Mayumi. So, we had noticed at the end of the game, this was a missing notice for Hinako. I don't know if this was here in the base game last time and I missed the notice board, but obviously it does play into a lot of other bits and pieces about how there were other women before, referenced in many documents. Did someone move the truck? Not the red pills. We're not doing it, man. Huh. I don't know if I even came into this area in the first playthrough. Hey, I'm walking into a trap. Circling around here, gonna get me killed. Whoa. Two of them. Two of them. Love that for me. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, a goddamn twofer. Do you understand me? Oh. Oh, we were so close. It was going so well. It was going so well. You had to ruin it. So aggressive. The mailbox for Sakuko, broken, nothing inside, nothing to gain after getting the spider charm last time. Okay, and we ask ourselves, was that worth it? I suppose so. So now from here, we can get a new weapon over there, and we will. Research journal photo number 2. A photo attached. It appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Obisugaoka. In the Muromachi period, the Great Famine of Oe had young individuals desperate for quick money, and so they searched for the legendary sword. One story even claims that the sword was discovered. However, the youth who found it became consumed by the Taira clan's resentment and massacred the others one after another. After that, the sword became known as the Sacred Sword, and is thought to contain the lingering animosity of the defeated Taira soldiers. Was the sword hidden after that? There is not enough information. I must search for the Jizo statues myself. I was able to get in contact with a resident who knows the location of an old Jizo statue. This may be my first clue that will lead me to the sword. Okay, so we have a picture that is located there. Okay. I feel like it is, I mean, pretty sure the photos are all close by, but it is definitely close by. We've just made our way through this whole area, picking up items and facing off against monsters, you know. Typical stuff. Saving up for a delicious upgrade. Seeing things that I missed last time. Ooh, another new one and another aimer. We have 2 aimer now. We really need to get this faith up. Jumping to the end of the Heian period, the infamous Genpei War wreaked havoc across the country, and defeated warriors from the Taira clan fled to all corners of Japan for sanctuary. Ancient folklore claims that Obisugaoka is one such hidden sanctuary. Few ventured close to this land, for the poisonous gas that rose from the ground was a well-known phenomenon. This made the perfect hiding place for those shamed warriors. Though this did not come without its own inherent problems, as there are numerous records regarding Obisugaoka's residents suffering from the water dragon's poison. It's only natural then that they would turn to idolization as a device to quell the dragon's anger. However, despite the popularity of the faith at the time, not a hint of its legacy remains today. It just goes to show that even the gods are not exempt from the fickleness of man. The fact that we can literally attribute a lot of Silent Hill F's events as well, and, you know, to a lot of the running themes and the villages in regards to Obisugaoka is, hey, how many of you guys got real fucked up water poisoning? Not lead poisoning, fucking gas leak water poison. Everyone is going crazy. This is an established cutscene. So we've still got to curve around down the bottom, because we're going to try our best to make sure we have as many items as possible. We also need to find these research logs. Let me find these research logs. Get fucked, you bastard. The doctor moment. You know, it also, I question how these events are going to go, because in a New Game Plus scenario, you get confident. You know what I mean? So you go, oh, I know how this situation goes. I know when I get attacked, how this is laid out. My concern then is how much of an effort are they going to actually put into maybe throwing you for a loop on New Game Plus and switching up the encounters. If you think that something is going to go a particular way and then you just get fucking trolled. I think in the research photo, it has one of these water towers. So I think we might be close. I don't know if it is this. It might be. It might be close. I don't think it's this spot though. We're doing the shrine earlier than before, and I think this might be the issue that we had last playthrough in regards to Sakuko's mailbox key, because we go to Rinko's house, then we came up this pathway on the way back, but these pathways had changed. And if you go to the shrine first, we can still backtrack through this area and get back to her house without issue. So we could have gotten the Spider Omamori at this point in the game, but it was cool that there was at least a shot to get it later. Whoa, hang on, the lights are on. Oh! I thought I was like, the lights are on and I saw something in there. Dude. That's gnarly. You see that flash, turns the flames out. Holy shit. That's spooky. Rusted flask, an antique portable thermos bottle. The glass container inside is broken, so this is no longer usable. What? What's the deal with that? What? No longer usable, but I can't like inspect it or anything like that. Crazy. I guess we'll have to see what that is connected to, but that's new as well. So New Game Plus is also going to inspire you to go back into almost every area. Don't have the attitude of, I don't need to go back there. I've been there before, because they're adding shit almost everywhere. So I don't think there's a note to read here this time. Well, last time we read the letter. Instead, it's a flask. Oh, jeez. Hello.
おい相棒、リンコの家はそっちじゃないぜ。
ごめん、ぼんやりしてた。
ここ、サクコの家の神社だよな。
うん。
あんまり思い詰めるな。急いでリンコを探そう。
そうだな。行こう。
Damn. A cutscene here with Shu that we didn't get last time. I don't even know if that is a New Game Plus one. I don't think it is. It feels like that could just straight up have been because we never went to the shrine before going to Rinko's. We went there after. And if that's the case, what I do like is the game even telling us that it's, you know, it's a new cutscene still. even if it could potentially be one from the achievable in the previous playthrough. It definitely didn't seem like a new cutscene to me, but I don't know. It's just off of vibes. It's a vibes-based comment there. Let's see if the encounter in here changes, because that will also, help my thought process, where I'm like, we know that the monster will appear, but not immediately. Like, this door gets shut. Right? There you go. This is a new note. I think. Otherwise, we missed it. If it's not. I had assumed up until now that being possessed by the fox was a sort of curse. However, it turns out that among the followers of the Inari faith in Abisugaoka, it can be more nuanced than that. I heard one tale of a housewife who was possessed by the fox after sharing some scraps of food with a real, starving fox. As a sign of gratitude, the fox showed her the whereabouts of hidden treasure. Another tale claims that a pious shaman was possessed by the fox and given premonitions of a coming famine. They were able to warn the town and stockpile enough food to endure it. There are numerous stories like this suggesting that being possessed by the fox is not necessarily a turn of bad luck. Though, with the influence of today's media from outside the town regarding ghost and horror stories, the fox has become seen as a purely negative phenomenon, particularly among the younger generations. And we saved the fox as a kid,
先生
didn't we?
ですか
Yeah, that's got to be a new note. I kind of wish that there was a marker or a signifier, like a symbol or something, if it's a New Game Plus note. Or if it, highlights itself as one that you've missed. Oh yeah, there's a thing full of eyeballs, isn't it? Thing full of eyeballs indeed. Now that just makes me think more about the tree with all of the eyeballs in it as well. So you can only hold one of the kudzu tea, similar to the first aid kit, which I guess makes sense because that is health and max sanity for a set time. Now that I have 2 aim, I definitely want to focus on doing my faith. Old medical record, Fujitori Kodayuki, age 9. The patient had joined a group of children chasing down a fox that had wandered into the village. The fox then attacked the patient, leaving several lacerations on his face. The wound below his left eye is particularly deep and shows a considerable risk of scarring. During treatment, he suddenly fell unconscious and was measured with a fever of over 40 degrees. Emergency transfer of the patient to the prefectural hospital was requested. Upon arrival, however, the doctors were then unable to detect any abnormalities, even after multiple rounds of testing. After confirming his condition was stable, the patient was cleared to return home the following morning. When questioned during a follow-up examination, the patient responded that he felt completely fine. According to the patient's mother, however, Kodayuki is like a whole other boy and has been applying himself to his schoolwork harder than ever before. Possessed by a fox. Possessed by a fox. I really gotta go do an enshrine drop-off. I'll be back for you, dried carcass. Ugh. Right. Alright, this opens briefly, and now we get attacked when we walk out of this room. Congratulations! Congratulations! Oh. Congratulations on getting married, maybe. Two of those bad boys. Forgot about the little guy in the corner. Confirmed, not changed. Confirmed, not changed. The enemy will still attack me out of that door. It's like the thing where you're trying to like trying to think about if there's a level of potential predictability, you know. Oh, hey, I missed this. There we go. Taking one last look around, just in case. There are numerous tales of those who blaspheme against the Inari faith being possessed by the fox. These tales have no quantitative scientific basis, of course. However, I want to try my best to avoid outright refuting tradition and local beliefs. The effectiveness of any medicine provided to a patient who believes themselves sick due to the fox's possession is drastically low. As a man of science, I surprise even myself here when I say that. For the best results, patients should be told to offer their sincere prayers to Oinari-san prior to seeking medical treatment. By respecting and complying with local traditions, I feel I can build a far stronger rapport with my patients here. We gotta come back here for the double carcass. I was running around questioning if there was another way out because I couldn't remember if we came out normally or not. It can't wait. I need to do it now. Let's start getting rid of stuff. I think the Ramune we are definitely going to want to keep. But I think we'll probably find enough divine water because I kind of use the divine water as my main healing thing. We also have chocolate for slight restoration. We'll get rid of slight restoration. Then I can pick up that stuff. We'll go get those carcasses. We will be able to level up one of our stats here. Okay, we've upgraded the health more. Considering that it is now harder to restore sanity because we can't just rest at a shrine, might do that. Stamina do be important though. We'll go for a sanity increase. Especially because we're using those focus attacks quite a lot, which are very beneficial. Increase sanity. I wonder what the maximum limit is. Maybe it'll go up to 2,000 on the final upgrade. Nice rounded off high number, which is like a level of faith that I probably wouldn't even achieve until like another playthrough. Still that pathway underneath there, actually. Letter to home. I no longer recognize my husband. He gets blackout drunk most days now, and when he's drunk, he turns violent. I don't think I can keep living on this way, not with his cruelty day after day after day. Where did the kind man I met when our marriage was being arranged go? My eldest child is only 3 years old, and I have another growing inside me. Life is too hard to keep living, but I'm forbidden to die. Mum, Dad, I've always done as you asked, no matter what it was. This will be my first and last selfish act. Please forgive me.
ひどすぎる。こんなのあんまりだ。
Whoa. What the fuck just... What just crashed? Something crashed. Hello? Hello? Running around, not engaging in combat. What am I, stupid? Okay, that's blocked. We've gone through all of there. That way obviously goes through to... Oh man. I am reminded of what is through there. All right. We're coming back this way anyway. Got a toolkit by venturing back into this spot, which is pretty cool. I have to head back and catch up with Shu. We did not go through this area before when we were traveling, so that's pretty cool. Couple of additional items. Hold on to that toolkit. Hold. Where is this? Where is it? Is it over? Is it over the other side? You may be over the other side. Hold on. I think we have our statue. Yes. Hello. Ah, that makes sense. Water. I found a damaged Ojizo-san in the mountains. The character for Mizu, water, can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what will happen if I offer something that relates to that character. Is this Sakuko's family shrine? My ears were met with the soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do. Right. There you go. I need to remember that if I find an item that might appear useless, it's probably the offering for the shrine. Forgot about that for a moment. Goodbye, baseball bat. All right, now that I've done the statue, we are free to go through and encounter our big, disgusting boss. But I want to go around this side first, because I don't know if we did when we first went through this area. So 6 normal hits, or like 1 focus hit, and then 3 blows. Not bad. Alright, we're now sitting on 2 toolkits. We'll be probably saving the toolkits for heavy weapons, and then as soon as we get a heavy weapon, it's just going to be a treat. It's going to be nothing but axe swinging, baby.
Nani?
Oh my lord. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we came through this area last time. At least, you know, before before hearing that. Unless I blocked that out of my memory, I don't think so. Just gonna... Oh! I'm just gonna quickly try and avoid getting caught by the army. Okay, nothing for me. Oh my... Okay. Saving my weapon durability, please leave me alone. I've got places to be, things to do. Still seeing like multiple radios that just don't care. Oh my god. My word. Can't believe that wasn't a perfect dodge, honestly. Yay. Still getting radios. I wonder if that's for like, it's got to be for other New Game Plus runs, right?
気持ち悪い。
ひなこかこの気持ち悪いのには触るなよ毒があるかもしれない右の庭から回ってこっちに来い
わかった。
Ah! Get him away! Get him away! You need to set it in accessibility options. Disable item pickup specifically for the red pills. None of those. So boss spawns when we interact with the well. You can use that knowledge ahead of time now to loot the battlefield. Grab a couple of items and then beat this monster's ass. Lock in.
でかい化け物が出て
Locked in, we say. Lock in.
そっちまで行けないんだ。蔵に逃げ込め。俺は窓をこじ開ける。
The classic, like, accidentally dodge a little too far. Oh! Oh, I hit you with mine first, pal. How about that? How about that, big boy? I've got something to do, if you don't mind. Ooh! I smacked right through his attack. Yeah, screw you, mate. All right. I'll be seeing you later.
まだだ。もっと回さないと。
Okay. Okay. You mind if I turn this? Do you mind if I turn this? Oh my god, this dude's coming back too. Nah, man. Nah, you can't be doing this to me. Can't be doing this to me. Can't be doing this to me. You can't be doing this to me, man. That's actually unbelievable levels of douchebag revival right there. Can't believe it. Yep, I love that. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite attack. They call that the fucking stun lock attack, where you literally can't move yet and you get smacked in the face with a fucking knife. It's my favorite one. Great move there, man. Well done. All right. Oh my god. Now, if you just stay there real quick, I'm gonna spin this. I'm gonna risk it. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. You really gonna make me fucking beat this man up again? Good thing is we have a replacement steel pipe waiting for us, right? That's all I've got to hope for. Replacement steel pipe. Man. 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 Oh, man. There was an earnest effort made to handle my whole well situation while this dude was sleeping. I guess this is hard mode difficulty incarnate. What a waste. What a waste to fight him a second time.
Yes.
You bastard. Alright, give me this. I mean, yeah, could have gone better, but I mean, I tried my best. I actually thought he'd be down for longer, and I think that was my greatest failing. That, and then playing around with the winch, thinking that I could get away with it. I just took damage going out the window. I just took damage going out the window. I got stabbed through solid wall. I would like to file a complaint with the Silent Hill Council. Ridiculous. All right. He has been beaten. I'm going to need to restore my sanity. Probably the best thing I could have done is lure him all the way to the other side, then knock him out, so then when he revives, he still has to kind of make his way over. Another radio that doesn't want me to listen. clear my mind. Okay, so shoes there. We're almost at Rinko's house. Then we're almost in Dark Shrine Part 2. Now, if they bring up the whole bridge thing, I can say, guys, I listened to the radio. The radio told me the bridge was already out. It came to me in a dream. This should be a heavy weapon. What do you reckon? Let me have it. I feel like I could cause some damage with it. Ah, yes. The Scarecrow Field. How I've missed you. Dear sweet Scarecrow Puzzle. Can you even imagine how I feel? I'll put on my polite smile for now. Alright, we are looking for a polite smile. That's a polite smile. But you do have a blade in your hand. So to you, that's not a smile. Blade. That's a smile. And that's not a smile. I'll put on my polite smile for now. Damn. Are we literally having to take the gamble and pick one with a blade in their hand? You've got a smile and then a neutral mask. Have you put on your smile for me? Yes, you have. Child drowns in waterway. On the evening of the 7th, a 5-year-old girl fell into the waterway of a rice field and subsequently drowned to death. Authorities believe she accidentally fell in while playing. Okay, we go this way. Can you even imagine how I feel? What's it like to have been deceived by you for so long? What's it like to have been deceived by you for so long? Okay. Oh, it's got to be the stabbed in the back one. It's got to be stabbed in the back, right? Let's go for stab in the back. Nice. To the children of Abisugaoka. Good kids don't play near waterways. Be especially careful when there's been a lot of rain because water levels will rise. Good kids don't play in crop fields. Watch out for those reservoirs and ponds because they're dangerous too. God, I love how they move so much. Only when they're not attacking me, of course. Just one? Oh! Great. Can you even imagine how I feel? He never once looked at me the way he looked at you. Not once. Hey, Rinko, let's just settle down, all right? He never once looked at me the way he looked at you. Okay. She has to be looking at him, and he has to be looking at her. That has to be how it works. So I have to get rid of this guy. You're over there for now. You are looking at him, and he's looking at her. So it might be that. But I don't know if they have to be looking at each other. Like, you're not looking at her. Yeah, I think it's... hit each other at the same time. Alright, let me just deal with you first, because you were following me. I'm pretty sure... Oh, wait, hang on, but which one do I have to pick? Because it says... Oh, I think... No. I have to pick her, right? Because it's... Can you even imagine how I feel? Then I pick the polite smile. Then I pick the stab in the back. Now I have to pick her looking at Shu. So if you are Shu and you're looking at me, and you are Rinko looking at Shu, this should be the one that I'm picking. That is what I'm going to choose to go with. Nice. I almost went and wanted to choose like Shu or like the final one in the chain before like course correcting there. Around 6 p.m, the girl's family discovered her floating face down in the waterway after being carried 2 kilometers downstream from where she initially fell in. She was transported to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead on arrival. Multiple accidents have occurred due to this waterway in the past, but a single prevention measure has yet to be put into place. And away we go. Can you even imagine how I feel? You've always been such an eyesore. Okay. You've always been such an eyesore. Is it the one that... Would it be the one that everybody is not looking at? I don't know. Can you imagine how I feel? You've always been such an eyesore. Kind of like sad face looking at that one. Smiley face looking at you. Neutral face looking straight ahead. You just chilling. I guess the thought I'm having is, do I pick the one that I think is myself, or do I pick the one that... It's got to still be her, right? Can you imagine how I feel? You've always been such an eyesore. And you're looking at this one and you're like, oh, God. I'm going to go for you. Parents and guardians. When children are lost and begin to panic, they become less able to pay attention to their surroundings. There have been numerous reports of children running around areas they are not familiar with, then falling into waterways and reservoirs and drowning. If you come across a lost child, please offer your help to them. Gotta keep your eye out in the fog. Get yourself some cool items, man. The good news is, with not taking any red pills, is we're still going to be doing good healing-wise, I think, regardless. I'll leave you behind. How about that? Okay. Oh my God, there's so many. Can you even imagine how I feel? You hurt me and even hurt him too. Do you know how it feels to force a smile when I'm staring at that disgusting face of yours? Okay, so there'll be a blade in the back maybe, and then forcing a smile looking at me. Blade in the back. Are you looking at me? Oh, hang on. Wait. Saying you hurt me and hurt him too might insinuate it being a two-faced one. And then it needs to be someone who's looking. Yeah. I think it's you. And you're looking at me. I think this is the one. Man, I'm busy right now. I think it's you. Please be you. It's actually not. Oh my God, I thought I was so confident too. Oh no. We were going on a streak. We were on a hot streak. It was the two-face with a blade in the back. So I was like, both of them have been hurt and you were staring at one. Oh, that felt so close. Damn. Ah, crazy. All right, so we'll keep it going. Running back. So. Oh my God. What is someone's already here attacking me? Can you give me a moment, man? I'm trying to figure something out here. Alright, I have to rethink this. You hurt me and even hurt him too. Do you know how it feels to force a smile when I'm staring at that disgusting face of yours? I thought this was much more straightforward than it ended up being. I also thought it was going to work out really well because it was like, it looked like the face of the boy and with the face of a girl on the back with the blade as well. It was just, it was perfect. It was so perfect. You're looking up in the sky. You're looking to nobody. You are stabbed in the back, and I guess you're looking over there. Oh, it could be you. All right, it could be this one because she's staring at a boy and a girl. They both have blades in the back. Oh my, no! I'm washed. I'm washed. Wow, okay. Well, we made pretty good progress before we got to this point. That's crazy. It could be you. Okay. I'm under the assumption I have to be picking a girl, looking at a girl. Is it you? Are you technically looking at that? And then is this a forced smile? Damn. I felt like I was onto it, and then I've lost it. That's a smile, but you're not looking at anything. Dude, I'm washed. Yeah? Wow. Okay. I've done the wrong thing. Okay. It might be similar to last time. There was like, hey, we don't even want to see your face. And there was one scarecrow that was like separate, like further away. I didn't think they were going to do that to me again, though. That's why I'm kind of like doubting that would be what this is. But it could be a situation that we have a scarecrow watching from even further away that's like pissed off. Which would kind of annoy me. I just think it's a situation where I'm just misunderstanding, I guess. We were on a roll, so I guess after that I deserve one failure. God, you just be chilling, and then sometimes away they go. I just don't think it would be her because she's not looking at anyone in particular. Maybe she doesn't need to. Maybe she doesn't need to be looking at anyone in particular. It's just the smile. But if she's trying to force a smile, would it be on the front instead of the back? Fuck me. I'm going for you. Yep, wow. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna exhaust all my options before I get anywhere this time. Hey, I'm just out here to apologize to my fans. I've let you guys down. I was known as Puzzle King. Now I'm a puzzle dunce. They're saying that he can't do it anymore. They're saying that he's terrible. They're saying that he's awful at video games. They're saying that he's the worst ever. They're saying that he can't do it anymore. It was you. It was just you. Looking at the ground. Not even anything. No one even looking. Oh, man. I felt like I was approaching the puzzle in the right way, you know, in terms of its description, that you're just trying to find things that match. But then it's like, yeah, pick the one that doesn't look hurt, that is just staring at the ground. That was bad. We built up, like, you know, when you succeed a bunch of times in a row and the risk of failure, the percentage increases in your run. That's what we just witnessed. The dice rolls, they were not working out. This evening, the lifeless body of Shimizu Hinako was found in a crop field after she presumably drowned to death. It is suspected that she panicked after losing her way and began running around in the dark. This is likely when she stumbled and fell into the waterway. The name of the actual child who tragically died has been replaced with cutout letters my name. What a disgusting prank. I knew that we were close to finishing the puzzle. That's why I was like, at this point, I'm just going to keep grabbing them if I get into a fight. That was new. Oh, that was new, that little moment there. Cheeky. Cheeky. Ugh, the moment with the face. God damn. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We could have done better. Especially at the end there. Damn. Okay. New cutscenes because we're gonna see who pushes us down.
Rinko! 俺だシュウだいるなら返事してくれ
来てくれたんだ。ひなこも無事でよかった。
怪我はないか家族は
私は大丈夫。でも誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんてこんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし気味の悪い怪物がうるつき回ってるし何が何だかわからないよ。
So, anyone want to go inside?
Sakuko、あんないい子がどうして？
これ以上ここに留まるのは危険だ町を出た方がいい
町を出るって、お父さんやお母さんは、みんなは？助けを呼ぶためにも、今は行動を急いだ方がいいかもしれない。
みんなを見捨てるわけじゃない助けるためにも一度脱出する必要があるんだ
でも、町を出るって言っても、あれじゃ無理だよ。
無理ってどういう意味だ
そっちの窓から鉄橋が見えるよ。霧が濃くなければ。
嘘だろ
鉄橋がどう
東の鉄橋がダメなら西の県道を目指そう。
柊の家の裏山を抜けるのか？
あの山越えられるの？
わさび田への道がある。うちだけの抜け道だ。凛子、念のため薬や絆創膏を持っていきたい。
台所に救急箱あるよ。取ってくるね。
あ、私も一緒に行こう。手伝う。
相棒が一緒なら安心だ。
台所どこだっけ？
You're going to make the change the flower growth, okay? You're not going to show us a direct answer to the scene, but maybe the growth on the stairs is the answer? I was really expecting to see more. I was expecting to see more there. I feel like it might be the... Does that help push it into the realm of we weren't pushed, but we more so fell? I mean, we're still questioning the reality of whether or not we're actually with these people. Are we exploring a memory? Where are we really? That's the thing. You still can't trust the scene because of what you learn at the end, where, you know, it's kind of like this metaphor of we've run away from a wedding and gone on a murder spree and a drug-addled rampage. But still in this moment, you're like, what's different? They've added the floral growth onto the stairs. Okay. Okay, going ahead. We're here. I guess, but like the interpretation to pull from the flowers being there, like what that can represent is that this is my unreliable mind that has been damaged. Either playing tricks on me or causing a situation because we've kind of psyched ourselves into believing it to be so, you know? Because it's like, beware Rinko, and then I'm like, and then we fall. So, and we still kind of had that thought about it the first time through. I guess it just feels more likely, especially with the fact that they're not directly showing a push, which would help communicate that there is no push to be shown. Still cannot help but want to fully check that. Oh, this is a new room because of the fox brooch. Oh my god, cool. So this was a room we never entered. Awesome. New Game Plus room. A perspective on hierogamy. It is a core tenet of Shintoism that each land throughout all Japan is protected by its own deities. From this, people pray to the gods so that they and their lands might be blessed. In turn, their belief strengthens the gods and gives them the ability to better protect the land in a beneficial cycle of reciprocation. Thus, the bond between humans and gods is vital to the prosperity of both. If the underlying strength of this bond can indeed be explained through mortal blood, then the reason for the gods joining themselves in sacred matrimony to mortals who call their land home becomes evident. Perhaps it is through the addition of their blood that the bond between mortal and god is strengthened. And if this is true, then I should think that frequently upholding such forms of unification would be best for all involved. However, in practice, martial bonds between mortal and deity are vanishingly rare. It is a mystery why this is so, or perhaps I find the greater mystery to be, why was I chosen? Oh, that's a hand. Yep. Are all of these fucking boxes the arms that have been cut off to have been replaced with the fox arm? Nice. Embroidered drawstring bag is very high quality. Inventory. Mandate of the clan. Drain from the sacrifice her blood, sparing not a drop, and add unto it wine that has been distilled 8 times over. Spare her body of its earthly viscera, and fill it instead with rice that has been mixed with the master's saliva before sealing it shut with needle and thread. In the dark shall the vessel rest undisturbed until the redolent odor of wine rises from her skin. Adorn her in fine garments befitting a bride, then set her afloat on a raft of straw so her blood wine may seep into the water's surface. Do this, and into the depths she shall sink, quelling the wrath that waits below. Just, a box that contains the fox mask that I'm going to wear, along with the tools required to remove my face. What a lovely, pleasant room. That increased my inventory capacity. Nothing else was in that room, which was so strange. It was just increasing my inventory capacity and nothing else. Absolutely amazing turn of events that has taken place there. In I go. The storage room key.
あれは何？
And that is the weapon that I need. I could upgrade my stamina. And so I will. Get like 1 extra attack in there. We have the ornamental polearm. Okay, weapon acquired. Many alternative theories exist about the origin of the name Inadama. One such theory suggests that a man commissioned the blade, then gifted it to Oina, who was to be his Zuma, meaning wife, upon their wedding. Another theory states, due to Inazuma also meaning bountiful harvest, the name was meant to represent the family's wish for continued prosperity for generations to come.
これ大事なものだと思うけど。すいません。お借りします。
a special little weapon and a special little note.
Yaっと着いた。ダメだ。開かない。
Time to put the stuff in the mouth.
サクコ？
Oh boy, I sure hope this isn't some evil entity. Just gonna say, this is probably gonna be a nice spot. Surely we'll have some New Game Plus documents in here now, right? All the secret arts, medicines succumb to us, spirit and flesh. So there's the ones that you can read normally on the shelves. Are you gonna have any documents for me? No. No, 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 no. Charging up a strong attack just to smash it into a wall. The crimson spring gushing from the womb deep within is the Shimizu family.
これうちのこと？
Ritual is held, the Igarashi clan, last descendants. Not enough, the honorable blood, fill it up, make it full, otherwise. Hey, Hinako, you could read all of these, you know, you're only reading, the abridged notes. You're skipping over the important bits of the book.
こっちこっちこっちだよひなこ
サクコ？サクコなの？ どこ？
surprised that there are not new notes and that it's just being able to read the items on the shelf. See you later. You really do forget that they will pursue you to the ends of the earth, these ones. What do they want to kill me or something? Okay, I'm actually going to drink my little kudzu tea. I'm going to quickly grab this one. I'm going to quickly get stuck on the corner, my favorite. Gonna get stuck on the corner, my favorite thing. Realized that I should have gone this way. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you can't get me now, you stupid bastards. That's what I get for avoiding combat. Loser. Drop those off at the offering factory. And then off we go.
こっちに来て。早く早く。
サクコ、そっちにいるの？サクコ。
Stone orb. Oh yeah, it's this creature. But it's not even a reveal anymore because we've already seen one before. Whoa, it's you again. It's the amalgamation of all of the Lord Farquads from my nightmare.
逃げなきゃ。
早くきなこ。でっかいよここ。
サクコ、ここはダメ。
私を一人ぼっちにして裏切り者。
ごめん。ごめんね。
一人
enemy spawning right before a boss arena. Don't hit me. Don't hit me, I'm busy. There's more of these, like, running away headache segments than I remembered, actually. Catch your breath, because you're about to expend a lot more than that. Divine water, a first aid kit, and a bandage. That is what we have. Hello? Sakuko, is that you? Would you like to be friends and not fight? Or are you going to try and burn me to death with your teeth? Hold to skip.
どうして裏切り者一体何なの裏切り者
Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, man. Right. Gotta watch out for that. Oh my god. Okay, you're actually a bastard. Holy shit. I feel like she's got a new move in there. I can't actually tell if there's a new move. I think it's the fact that, like, the way when she pulls it back, that's different. Oh my god, she's actually, like, I don't have the mobility, my guy. I'm not fucking the lone wolf. I'm Hinako. I don't... Oh, no, don't kiss me like that, man. Okay. Yep. She's actually getting cooked. Dude. I was mid-dodge animation. Give me an iframe. Just one. I beg of you. A fucking one singular iframe. My fucking guy. Please. Mid-dodge animation. You bastard. You want to be fucking treating me like this is Sekiro? Well, it ain't. It fucking ain't, man. Oh! I can't believe I didn't take damage there. What the hell? Oh my god. It was almost. How strong are you, by the way? Can you die now? I'm so ready. Yes. So I feel like almost my interpretation of that moment now could be like this element of, because we've got this Fox manipulation sort of thing, and you know, the way that we cut our friends off and move on from them, and it's part of like our rituals to like say farewell to them in some pretty gruesome ways. It almost feels like this element could be sort of interpreted as, you know, when you have like a partner that then starts trying to put you against your friends, or like makes them seem like they've got it out for you, or like feeding your anxieties about them, and, you know, turns them into a monster in your mind. They're like, this person, they don't care about you, they don't like you, blah, blah, they're jealous of you, they think you're a traitor, you know, that sort of thing. And then they develop into a monster in your mind, and then he saves you. He saves you from her, man. She sucked. But you're with me, you're safe, you know? Lava time. But how's it gonna look now? How is it gonna look now?
君も。
はい。
大丈夫。ただの水だよ。
I wonder if the lava sort of element just comes from the fact that it feels like maybe she's that dirty that to be cleansed would be so painful as a result. I don't know. The imagery of something that is meant to cleanse, but also how much of this is a manipulative trick as just part of this very painful ritual to take you away from yourself. This is just one of the things before cutting your arm off and getting burned in the back and having your face removed. Your identity taken from you. Okay, hold on. This is the new part. Nine-tailed fox. Yes, these are scenes I've seen before, but now earlier.
Hirako! Oi!
I guess, is that just like insinuating that there will be this,
あんた階段から落ちたんだよ。
that's just like the first step that sets us down this path?
腕どうした？
あれ、引っ掛けて破いちゃったのかな。
Ah, placing the scene like there is very interesting because it's like you see like the cutting the arm off thing and then she wakes up and she's like, my sleeve, it's gone. Because you start to see throughout the course of the game normally that where our uniform gets damaged are these places that represent those rituals.
特に
No new scenes post staircase though. But not healing was the good move to do before that one because we've got our health and stamina restored. We just need to replace these broken weapons of ours or burn a toolkit. But we have made it out of the Dark Shrine, and that is going to be where we bring this episode of Silent Hill F to a close. So we've found a pretty decent groove in terms of the New Game Plus episodes at the moment, which is like going through one of the Abisugaoka segments and then a Dark Shrine segment and having those like paired together. I think that's working quite well in terms of the progression. We have some new notes being added here. So we have the Inari-sama of Abisugaoka has been the guardian deity that has protected this town since the old days, but they can be capricious at times. Sometimes they'll turn into a fox and steal chickens and dried persimmons. Other times they'll play tricks on children who don't listen to their parents. I also heard that when they fall in love with a woman they find desirable at first sight, they spirit her away to be their bride. It is said that the kanji for Ebisu in Abisugaoka holds the meaning of a person who has migrated from far away. The most fanciful theory for the origin of this town is that it was once a hidden village for Taira clan soldiers who lost the Genpei War. In the town's old customs, there are a few rules that seem like part of a secret village's code, including things like not owning dogs or washing things in the river, but whether or not it's the truth remains a mystery. The Ebisu part of Abisugaoka, the meaning of a person who has migrated from far away. That's an interesting one. And those were the only updates, and that will be the end of the episode. Thank you so much for joining for our second New Game Plus episode, getting a few more scenes here and there. Hopefully it builds up into a few more. I am really enjoying the new documentation being added in as well. So the good lore notes to read, as well as the new radio entry. So we'll see what happens next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you then.